What is up, guys? Zed again, and welcome to another video. So, GPU 1X mining risers. Can you game on them? Okay, now you get two different kinds of GPU risers. The first one is obviously the PCI Express 3.0 16X riser, which people usually use to side mount their graphics cards, which can look very good in my honest opinion, but you do tend to have some negative effects when it comes to certain chassis that wasn't really built for side mounted graphics card. Then you get the 1X riser. This was used for mining. So you got a special motherboard. Well, I wouldn't say special, but they were actually built with mining in mind. These specific mining boards, they had I think 5, 6, 7 PCI Express 1X slots on them. But obviously you cannot use 16X graphics cards in these slots, so you needed to convert them. So what did people do? They used these 1X mining risers. Also, they served as another purpose. You could actually space your graphics cards out then so that they can breathe and keep nice and cool, which is obviously a good thing. I mean, you guys know graphics cards, especially considering that AMD, the RX series, it runs really hot, so you wanted to keep them nice and cool in an air-conditioned room. But now, you see, I always wondered, can you actually use these risers as a substitute for a 16X riser? And what would the performance loss be? I think a year ago or so, I bought one of these risers because I wanted to use it in a project, but then I think at that time I had a HD 7870, which didn't really like the riser. I think it got like really hot, if I can remember now, and the performance was just really bad. Some games didn't even want to run, stuff like that. I think it's more of a issue with the fact that it's an older generation card. The architecture isn't built or made to run on anything slower than, I'd say, 8X. But now I found this 1X riser that I have, the mining riser, and I thought to myself, let's try the RX 570 on this. Let's see if we can actually game. So let's say, for instance, you are building a small home theater PC and you really do not have space. Like, let's take this Dell chassis for instance. It's a SFF, a small form factor chassis, and you do not have any other space to install a big graphics card. I mean, obviously you've got the option of the little small SFF, the single slot or whatever you want to call it, graphics cards, but those things, I mean, it's usually the GT 1030 or like a RX 550. You know, they're not really made to actually like run games at the highest graphics possible. So you want something bigger, better. So that's why I thought I would buy this mining riser, install it into this PC and use it as a project. I took a few benchmarks and this is actually what I found. Okay, so as you guys saw, you do lose a few frames. I also just want to let you guys know that I did see some slight stuttering and especially slowdown in the Sony Vegas preview while I was making this video. Movies were fine though, so you wouldn't have any problem with that. But is it actually worth it? I mean, that's depending on what you want to use the mining riser for. For a small little project, let's say a HD PC, that it will work great. Let's say you don't have a SFF graphics card, you don't want to spend a lot of money on one. There's not a lot of money per se, but let's say you do have some extra graphics cards lying around, like me for instance, or you do have a slightly faster GPU even lying around, then why not? Go for it. Like I said, it all depends on you and what you want to do with it, but as you can see, it is usable. The GPU mining riser is actually usable, so it depends on you. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, like. If you didn't like it, dislike, obviously. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And yeah, stay awesome.